Hey, it's Darlene. Welcome to my creative life. I have a really fun project for you guys today. So I'm making this box card, and the cut file is from My Scrap Chick. Oh gosh, maybe it's My Scrappy Chick. I guess I'll let you know in the information box. Should have checked that before I started talking. But basically, I cut all the pieces. I just uploaded it exactly how it was, cut it exactly how it was, and followed the color scheme. So some of those, and I'll tell you later, I did change. But anyhow, each of these portions of the box card, there's four different layers. So there's that back with the sun, and then there's the two middle, and then the front. So what I did is I laid out all the pieces according to the layer. So the front layer is just that one that's over there on that right hand corner, bottom right hand corner. Nothing to do with that for now, so it's just kind of sitting there. So the next layer is the inner tube, so I'm putting that on first, and then I'm going to put the feet. Now what I had talked about earlier is when I uploaded the file, it had the little chick or the bird in a blue color, so that's what I cut it at. And then after I laid it out, I thought, I didn't really want it blue because it really just kind of blended into the blue of the background. So I went ahead and cut it again in that yellow, but I used the blue to just make it a little bit thicker. So when you stack cardstock, it gives it like a little bit of a lift. So instead of putting like a foam adhesive or something, it's just a little bit higher than the other stacks of paper. No big deal. Could have just tossed it, but I figured I had it, may as well used it. So I'm just using liquid adhesive, and I'm adhering those down, like I said, exactly where they're supposed to go. Super cute so far. That's it for the first layer, or the second layer, I should say. What I'm showing you right now there are score marks on there that were done on my machine, but I have textured paper, so it's really hard to see. I'll end up using my scoreboard to add the score lines a little bit better, just because it does get kind of lost with that textured paper. Another lesson learned. But anyhow, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the third layer. And luckily, when you when you cut the file, I went ahead and went to their website and checked out the image because I didn't save a picture, and there was a video there with instructions, and I'm so glad I watched it because I wouldn't have thought to put that inner tube down first, because when you think about it, the chicken, everything's going to be on top of it, because this is the back side of the inner tube. So, right, the other layer that we just did is the front side of the layer, and this is the back side. So another thing that I did, so when I originally cut the pieces, I did the glasses in pinks, which you can see in that top right, and I decided I didn't want her to have pink glasses, so that's why I did them with a dark gray and then also the black. So now, before I actually glue all these pieces down to this base, I'm just laying them out, making sure I have everything in kind of the order of where it's supposed to go. So again, the chick first, then the glasses, then the hat, and then I'm going to put the glass of lemonade, the nose, the flower, and also the hand. Now again, remember I said that I cut that chick in blue, so I also had that hand also in blue, but I decided to use white instead, which again, as an afterthought, I probably should have done it maybe in a little bit more of like an off-white, because the white is very stark. But you know what? He's out there, or she's out there sunning, and hopefully she'll get a little tan, so that white will it just kind of emulates the look of, hey, I need a tan. This is why I'm out in the sun. But again, I just glued everything flat to the bases. There's a lot of times where I'll use foam adhesive to give things a little bit more of a lift, but since this was the first time using this cut file, I just wasn't sure. Like, I could have put a foam dot on the hand, so it would, look a little bit higher up holding the glass, but this is how it looks, or it's going to look in the card once it all comes together. That back base, very simple, just the burst of the sun, or the sunburst, and then the circle in the middle. Very easy to put together. But again, really easy, fun box card. I'm really starting to make a lot more box cards. This ends up being, or fitting in, a 5x7 envelope. I think it's like 5 by 6.85 or something crazy like that. But if you upload the file exactly how it is, you don't need to adjust any of the heights or the widths or anything, because it really is made to fit into a 5x7 envelope. Now, I guess if you wanted it smaller or bigger for whatever reason, you could definitely do that. Just make sure you keep it grouped and then just size it all at the same time. So again, I had to reinforce those score marks because the you couldn't really see them so much because of that textured paper that I used. So I'm just going through with my bone folder and just kind of folding them up and back and forth, making sure I got a good fold line. So this back layer, I'm folding the tabs backwards to the back, and then I'm just going to place the one tab just kind of maybe like a hair above the score line, because when you fold it down to adhere the other side, it'll fit perfectly there. I do hope you like this video so far, and if you do, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. I do post at least 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking, and the other is whatever it is I'm creating in the Command Center. The Command Center is the name of my craft room and also my blog. I'll have all the links below in the information box, so if you want to go to my blog, and also a link to my Instagram account, because I always post pictures on my Instagram account. I don't always do videos because a lot of times I go, I'm halfway through a project and then realize, oh, why didn't I film that? So again, down in the information box. So before I start putting these middle sections in, you saw me use some white pen, and I just did some highlights here and there. And this is a glitter marker that I'm adding a little bling here and there. And I love these glitter markers because it's very subtle, but it's also very fun. So it's good to have a little sparkle here and there, especially when you're doing something like this, a little special little birthday card. I just did a little sparkle here and there around the sun. You saw it on the lemonade and also on the flower, but I really like the white highlights because I think that makes a big difference. I do a couple of black highlights as well. Unfortunately, I didn't put it on camera because I stopped filming at that point. This card is for my granddaughter. I don't remember if I mentioned that earlier. And so in the front panel, which I showed you, and I had mentioned that I wasn't doing anything with it. Well, it does come with a banner with a mat for that banner, and you'll see it at the final photo, but you can stamp a sentiment, or you can do a print and cut or write, on your Cricut, which I don't have any Cricut pens, so I don't write in my Picket, oh my goodness, on my Cricut. But I'm happy with my penmanship, so I just wrote, happy 14th birthday, because it's her 14th birthday. And you'll see that at the end, like I said. But this is a really fun and really easy project. Really, my scrap chick did all the work for you. You're just kind of putting it together with some glue. You do want to use some strong adhesive anytime there's like movement in your projects, just because you don't know who's handling it and if they're tugging and this and that. So liquid adhesive is a strong adhesive, or any like a double-sided tape, something like that. I wouldn't recommend like your normal double-sided tape that comes on like a tape runner. Yeah, it sticks, but for something like this, you want to get something a little bit more sturdy, or something that's going to offer better adhesion. So that's the banner I was talking about, and you'll see the pictures, like I mentioned, at the end, where I actually wrote happy 14th birthday, and then I just did my little greeting in the very back of the card. But here it is, so freaking cute. I just absolutely love it, and so did she. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.